Thank you. So moving to the mid-level professionals now,
Yes.
how do we actually use stories to navigate growth, influence, and leadership transitions? Questions around, again, similarly, how can mid-level managers use storytelling to influence upwards and gain visibility? And many mid-level roles rely on data and analytics. And how can professionals present numbers in a way that tells a compelling story rather than just a dry report? I think you just narrated
Yeah, so this is kind of my current bread and butter, right? I teach pretty much all the time
that.
professionals who are 35 to 45, 50, that age band, who are really good at what they do, right? And
Mm,
technically very sound, know all the numbers and the data. If you ask them questions, the answers will come. But
mm,
if you tell them to give a presentation, it ends up being a very, very detailed dump of information, right? So
mm,
the story is missing. And the long answer to your question is a 2-day workshop or whatever. But the short answer, I would say, keep two acronyms in mind. They are quite powerful, right? Maybe I'll add a third there. So three frameworks. Number one framework is think in terms of how to bluff to your audience, not BLUFF, sorry, BLUF. So BLUF is a useful acronym to remember. BLUF means bottom line upfront, wherein you're not keeping a suspense or a secret from your audience saying that, we went to the market and we found X and X led us to Y and Y led us to Z and Z after we did the analysis, we realized that this
mm.
market is not very interesting, right?
Yeah.
Don't keep that suspenseful answer to the end.
Mm,
Start by saying, we realize this market is not interesting. That's it. Give it away. Give away the surprise, right?
yeah.
You don't worry that, the audience will, they'll know everything. No, it's fine. Because they will be curious to know, "Arey, really? I thought it had, tell me more." And then you
Mm,
can kind of go into the detail, right? So
sure.
I would say that is one crucial acronym for people to remember, bottom line upfront or bluff. Second connected acronym is now when you've given the bottom line upfront, which is a one sentence summary of your entire study, of your work that you have done, of your review, of your proposal, whatever. And it takes some time to
Yeah.
craft that sentence. It's not an easy one, but it's a good skill to do. Then you should be able to tell the next detail, not by saying, okay, I've given you one sentence, now I'm going to do a 40 slide presentation.
Mm,
Dude, like, that's too much, right? Can you divide the rest of your talk into what I call as the 139 story spine? So what is the 139 story spine? It is your ability to tell your story and without or with or without any slides, any visuals,
mm,
in just one sentence, which is nothing but the bluff, in three sentences, which is basically breaking that one into three sub parts, and three is a guideline. It could be four,
yeah.
but not 10, right? So 3 to 4.
Mm,
And then further three becomes further three, that becomes nine, and nine can become 27, 81, and so on. But yeah, we'll stick to 139, right? So if you're able to think of your story in a 139 story spine where you've got one, then three, and then nine, it gives a tremendous amount of clarity that if anybody stops you anytime and they say, hey, tell me quickly, what did you find? You
mm,
have a one sentence summary. A little more time, okay, three. A little more time, okay, nine. And then further on, right? And that one page somebody reads, they basically get hopefully the entire picture, right?
yeah.
It's a simple powerful idea, not easy to
Mm,
crunch it all, to condense it, to distill it all to the 139,
yeah.
but it's a powerful one. And here is where AI actually can be powerful, right? You can actually
Mm,
feed in all your data and tell, hey, make this for me. It'll actually make it. And usko kya hai, it'll happily do it.
mm,
I would still say build that muscle
yeah.
of distilling, of
Mm,
compression, right? So there's a nice line by Sam Altman where he says that compression is a secret to intelligence, right? So all AI is basically doing nothing but that. It is
mm,
ingesting millions, whatever, like tons of data and then compressing it to make it intelligent, right? Now, sure, you can rely on AI to do that, but don't completely outsource it. So you should be able to
yeah.
think with AI. So you should also have that
Mm,
basic skill built. So I would say 139 story spine for breaking down the bluff. And the third acronym that's useful, especially for mid management presenting to senior stakeholders,
mm,
senior business stakeholders, especially if you're technical and you're presenting a business guy, is the acronym known as WIIFY, WIIFY. So it means what's in it for you. Don't just say, I built this new product feature.
mm,
Okay, what's in it for you? What's in it for the audience, right?
yeah.
Buy this feature now. We are likely to have a 10% improvement in conversion. Oh, wow, great. Thank you so much. Right. So that converts the feature into the benefit, right? Often we are very focused on saying, this is the information I've got, this is the feature I've built, this is the update I've done. So what's in it for me is what the audience is asking, right? So you're trying to answer that question. What's in it for you, for the audience? So if you're able to do, I think, bunch of these, then you'll have a much more compelling, clearer, and more persuasive pitch.